Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to the next Woody's World of Wonders, Castaway. This week hosted by myself, Fingermouse. We also have Woody here, and we have Abigail.
Hello.
So, Abigail, the target audience for a Bill and Ted movie in 1991, or sort of 1989. So, the premise of this is we have been given $150 million to make a film based on something called Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. We have a script. We have a cast list. We need to decide who's going to be in it. So, shall we begin?
We shall begin. Bienvenue.
I mean, this is the hardest recast I've done because you've got to get Bill and Ted right. If you don't get them right, you're in trouble.
Yeah, it's a toughie, no doubt about it. That's why Abigail's going to be the big hitter on this.
Well, I think what we do is I think we do both Bill and Ted together, and we say what our choices are and why.
Yeah,
all right. So we'll go first. So with the help of Abigail, and I've also got Mark's as well because the Munts did a couple of options as well. So we went for Ted. We went for Timothy Chalamet.
For Ted Theodore.
Yeah. So Timothy Chalamet for Ted Theodore Logan, and the Munt went for Harry Styles.
It's not a bad choice. I was thinking Harry Styles possibly at first as well.
I don't like it because he's not an actor.
I'm much the same. It's why I withdrew him. I've got him in for a smaller role in this, but he's still quite unproven as an actor. He did, what was it,
1917, yeah. With Dunkirk, sorry, yeah, she's right.
Dunkirk, sorry, yeah. I knew it was one of the ones that he'd done there. I know people like put a lot. He's got a lot of charisma and everything, but I thought for a big role like this, especially with the script, the very heavy sort of scripting, I thought maybe that'd be a little bit beyond him first, but I didn't think he was a bad choice for it, for just a cool option. My idea came to me at the end of last week's one, and I've got to admit, I'm Stranger Things related. I've gone for Ted Theodore Logan. I've gone for Finn Wolfhard.
Yeah,
he's also a musician as well. The longer hair, the musician stuff and everything, I thought, 17 years old, coming 18, I thought, he's going to hit it. He was my choice for it. And I've gone for Bill S. Preston Esquire. I went for either Gaten Matasano, again from Stranger Things, the guy with the pearly teeth, who also did that punk type show. I thought he's quite funny. They seemed like they could make a good pair. I thought if he didn't make it on there, if everyone was that's too many Stranger Things people. I thought maybe Jack Dylan Grazer, the guy from the best mate out of Shazam, and he's the kid in it as well. So Wolfhard both did it together as well.
See,
I went for people trying to look for it.
I did like Finn Wolfhard. We said Finn Wolfhard, didn't we? But we quite like Josh Hutcherson for Bill S. Preston Esquire. So do you know who Josh Hutcherson is?
No, the name sounds familiar. So
he was Peter Malarkey in the Hunger Games. Now he is 27, but he looks a lot younger.
Yeah. It's just the age is a bit. I thought if we were going to we could go for two slightly older ones or two slightly younger ones. It just depends what you sort of go for there. Yeah. I think if you go for an older pairing, he's not a bad choice there. Like doing then. It's if you did Harry Styles and him, might go a bit more. I don't know.
Yeah.
Who was your choice? Your other choice?
So we got Timothy Chalamet for Ted. Long dark hair.
That's 17 as well, isn't he? Yeah. It's a scrap at who do you want him for it? Obviously it's just two of us.
So I quite like the fact that none of them are massive. There's no, because they weren't supposed to be big stars, were they? And then you can. I've got bigger stars. I've got bigger stars for sort of cameos I have coming up. So
Yeah, that's a nice idea to use bigger stars for cameos.
So
I was just thinking, who would fit? A couple of guys at school. I mean, these aren't guys who are going to be doing higher education, really, are they?
No. I'm not sure about Gaten Matisano. He looks a bit babyish, whereas I think Finn Wolfhard and Timothy Chalamet look like they could be high school dropouts who all they want to do is hang around and not do a lot. And I could see that pairing if we did that pairing. I know it's two long-haired, dark-haired, long-haired guys, but that's not a problem.
No, I could see those two making a pair. They're both the same as each other, funny enough. Normally you'd want a couple maybe looking different, but yeah, they'd probably make a good pairing.
So, shall we go?
I like Finn for it, obviously. I just think he's going to fit. I've seen him doing like a lot of his music stuff as well.
Yeah, he does a lot of
and
music.
just thought, I thought his band stuff, he'll fit right in with it. And then, you can sell me on thingy, what's his name?
Josh Hutcherson.
No, your other guy.
Oh, Timothy Chalamet, yeah.
Timothy Chalamet. I mean, I know that a lot of women love Timothy Chalamet. I don't think you're going to do bad on the attractive ladies front.
No. Yeah. All right, so let's go. Finn Wolfhard, Timothy Chalamet, and then we've got our Bill and Ted. Are we both happy with that? Are we all happy with that?
Yeah.
Yeah. They both seem like they'd still be in school and everything. Yeah. And the thing is, neither of the guys that they originally looked at in the 80s were comedy actors. Was it one had been in The Lost Boys, the other one had been in Parenthood. It was like the loser thing, and Youngblood and Slap and things like that. So yeah, I'm cool with that. That seems like a decent pairing.
So absolute critical role, Rufus. Who did you go for? You go first this time. I've got two.
Well, I've got two. I've got two.
Oh, breaking up a bit, mate.
The guy from the feud, secret rock and roll comedian guy, someone a bit cool, someone a bit unusual from the future. I thought maybe Matt Berry. Failing that, I thought Henry Rock a bad choice for it. He's popping a lot of roles as well these days. Does his spoken word stuff and everything. And then I thought, aside from that, there's a couple of comedians. Yeah.
Just bear with me a second.
Yes.
My internet's on the wrong router. Give me a second. I'm just going to press the button. Hang on.
Yeah, no.
Don't know why it's connected to the EXT one. Can you see? Can you hear us now?
I can hear you, but you're frozen up again.
Yeah, it happened to you a couple of times. It was, bizarrely, it chose the wrong. Internet. So lovely, we're back. Great. Okay, we can. You're a bit more stable now. So Rufus, you've gone Matt Berry.
Well, I thought there's a chance Matt Berry could be an interesting choice. I thought Henry Rollins could be interesting for it. Yeah. Does a lot of the spoken word. Looks a really imposing sort of guy. He's kind of just interested on that he's playing against type for it. But he's also a rock and roller, which is the hidden thing. Then I thought there's a couple of comedians. Tom Stade, who used to perform locally around here, the Canadian guy, just a great voice, just seems like a real rock and roll stoner dude. And he'd be fantastic for it. That's it. Yeah, that'll be it. I'll go with the three.
I think, you know what, it's a sort of role. If Bill Hicks had still been alive, I'd have got Bill Hicks to do this.
Yeah.
Because he'd have been great, wouldn't he?
Oh, he'd have been fantastic, but I mean, he has been dead longer than...
He has.
Longer than the other person who's played Rufus.
Longer
than Senor George Carlin.
I'd gone two, a little bit from left field. I'd gone Idris Elba.
Yeah.
Because I think he could play quite have a bit of a laugh, but also play the semi-serious. But my favourite for it is Bill Murray. Because I just thought he'd be great.
Bill Murray's brilliant in everything you ever see
know.
him in, frankly.
He's not bad in anything, is he?
He's undeniable. There's nothing you can put him in that he's not great in. I'm not against that. I'm not against the idea of Bill Murray at all.
Because I can imagine him.
It wasn't one that I'd gone for, because I didn't even think, well, would Bill Murray do it? Well, that's not the point of it. If you can get anybody, Bill Murray's not a bad choice at all. I like Bill Murray.
And I can imagine him getting those two, getting them to do stuff and being instruction with them. I think he'd be brilliant. And he's a little bit rock and roll as well, without being too obvious.
Yeah, I've got to admit, I'll go for Bill Murray on that. I'll be quite happy on that. He's one I didn't even think of, but he's brilliant in everything you ever see him in.
Yeah.
Even when he's bad and not bothered, he's still amazing.
And that's kind of perfect for this role.
Yep.
That's kind of perfect to have that sort of attitude there. That'd be great. Yeah, I'll be down for that, definitely. On the fly, straight off the top of my head, I think Stephen Merchant would be
Stephen Merchant's great. Because he can play it straight. You can imagine him losing his rag with them as well, can't you?
Oh, it'd just be physically, it'd be great, because neither of those guys who are playing Bill and Ted are particularly tall. Yeah. And he's that huge, he'll just dominate them. Like, see him in the big death robe and everything.
So, I'm really pleased with that.
White makeup, I think he'd be hilarious.
That's actually a really good one.
I'm really pleased with that. That's a great choice. And we love him as well. Right, let's get to Missy. So, we were talking about this earlier. It's got to be a drop-dead gorgeous female that the dad of Ted Theodore Logan, you're like, how on earth has he got with that? So we've got two. Yeah. One of them. Yeah,
and Ted fancies her, whether it was from the start at school.
Yeah, and Bill obviously fancies her.
Ted fancies her, Bill fancies her. And got to be the dad's going for her. She's gorgeous. She'll be probably an actress with some comedic chops as well as like normal standard acting. I've gone for two. I've got two. Kept them both within the 20 to 30 range.
Yeah.
And I've gone for either Alison Brie or Jennifer Lawrence.
I said Jennifer Lawrence earlier, yeah.
So yeah. I
thought she might find it fun.
Yeah.
I thought Jennifer Lawrence might be just a bit big for the role.
Yeah, I thought the same, but I thought she might want to do it just for a bit of fun, because she's done that many big roles and that many sort of franchise roles and everything. She might fancy doing something here, which is just, she seems, when you see her interviewed, especially Graham Norton, she just seems like she's got a really good sense of humour, and maybe she'd enjoy this as a bit of fun. Yeah.
So we'd also gone for our two were Margot Robbie.
Yeah. As every week, yes.
Every week we try and get her in, and the other option we had was which I prefer, was Lily James. I think that's great.
Oh yeah.
You know, she was in Cinderella and Mamma Mia too.
Yeah, Baby Driver as well.
Yeah, I think she'd be fantastic because she's young enough where they would go flipping out. She's only left school a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
And how on earth did Ted's dad get with her? So
yeah, it's also, but you wanted to. This is what I think maybe throws Alison Brie and Jennifer Lawrence both. What I went for. You wanted to be able to be. You look at the character. She's very flirty when she's flirting with the teacher, like towards the end as well. You know, sort of made out like she's been with God knows who else, and just ends up with the dad. But I don't know. I'd be pretty cool with all of them.
I know.
Really, they're all in the right sort of age range. They're all good actors. It just whoever you fancied the most at the time, really. You know, not as in fancied the most, but whoever you fancied for the role.
I mean, I have to say, I do like Alison Brie, but as pretty as she is, I don't think she's sort of drop dead. Wow.
Oh no, she acts the part. She can when you
she'd be brilliant.
It was a great thing for her because she'll do the really cute sort of little schoolgirl sort of thing, or she'll switch it round and she'll suddenly be the real seductress sort of thing. Especially when she was playing the darker timeline sort of roles, and she'd play suddenly then the little sex pot, or she'd play the sweet and innocent role, which is what kind of threw me for this. As I say, Jennifer Lawrence again, I think she'd be great for it. It's seeing her in interviews that's sort of thrown me on that, to thinking maybe she'd like to do it for fun. I realise she's a big actress for the role. Same as Margot Robbie's a big actress for the role.
Huge.
But, you know, I think anyone would sort of work. If they fancied doing it, this would be a fun role and a fun film for them.
Right then, so thinking that we've got Timothée Chalamet and Finn Wolfhard, let's make sure it makes sense. Mm-hmm. Abigail, who should get it?
Who should get what?
The role of Missy.
This is a lot of pressure.
It is.
Well, because I'm between the two of like Jennifer Lawrence and Lily James.
Yeah.
So if we're going on the basis of like the age of Finn Wolfhard and Timothée Chalamet, I think Lily James is a better age.
Yep.
I'm good with that. I'm all right with any of them, so yeah, that's fine by me.
I think Lily James would, you know, she'd fit in well with them too, and she would fit in really well with our Captain Logan.
Well, that depends. My Captain Logan's might be different, and they probably are.
We got 3. So Ted's dad.
Yeah, no, I've gone for 2.
We got 3. So
police chief captain, yeah.
So I got the first 2 we got. I sort of came up with these, and we were talking about it, weren't we?
Yeah.
And which was needed to be older, and the young Missy needed to be out of their league and go, what on earth are you doing with them? So the first one was Woody Harrelson, because we just like Woody Harrelson. And the other one was Sean Penn. And we thought, yeah, nice little cameo. He could do the, you know, guy in charge, you know, telling his son that he's going to go to military school, etc.
Yeah.
And then we threw in an absolute curveball, and we just thought, wow, this would be perfect. Comedic, but could attempt to do the authoritarian and would be ridiculous with Lily James. We've got Steve Carell, who we think would be an amazing Ted Logan.
He'd be pretty fantastic. How old is he now?
He's 57.
Yeah.
Maybe a little.
But he doesn't look it, does he?
No. He's a fantastic actor too. I mean, I enjoyed Space Force that he did recently.
Yeah.
You know, but he's a little bit older, maybe, but he does have that comedic thing, which a lot of folks don't.
And I think it needs it.
I could see him being doing The Office as well. You could see him being a bit of an arse as well for it.
And imagine what he's like as well, being married to Lily James as Missy. I mean, it's frankly ridiculous that he's with her. I mean, I just think he'd be great.
Was it seeking a friend for the end of the world when he hooks up with Keira Knightley? Now, I mean, she's probably a little bit older, but, you know, we'll see. It's that same sort of vibe as well. I went for 2. Yeah, I went straight away. Mark Wahlberg is about 50.
Yeah,
I thought he could play the hard-ass bastard, or he could even show a bit of the dude side himself, sort of thing for it. Yeah. Or I thought, hold on again, Stranger Things connection here. David Harbour. Who's played the police captain? David Harbour. Who's played the father figure to Finn Wolfhard? David Harbour. Who could do this role? David Harbour.
The only thing I would say, and I know it's put us off before, is it might be a bit Stranger Things heavy. Can you imagine if Munt was here now? He'd be having a fit, wouldn't he?
Yeah, that's right. That's what I based some of my selections on, just to anger him, really, this week. But I thought it was straight. That was what my whole thing last week when we decided on this. I started off joking. I thought, hold on a minute. That's my idea. Stranger Things. You go.
It's pretty good. Like, Stranger Things is a great casting anyway, so...
It's fantastic. That's why they're all going on to do movies and things at the moment, because they've cast some great actors in it.
And we all know who loves a bit of Stranger Things, don't we?
Oh, we do. He loves it. He bloody loves it. You love it. You slack. Munty. Have you froze up there?
No, I'm not having a look.
We're just really still.
I'm looking at David Harbour and see what it'd be like.
Did Monty cast anyone?
In Stranger Things, he's really good.
Mm.
He's going to be in Black Widow, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, Red Guardian.
Oh.
The beard down.
Yeah, he would be good, wouldn't he? All right.
He is funny as well.
All right.
Yeah, I've seen it. Have you seen that Frankenstein thing that he did, where he like pretends that his father did Frankenstein and that he was the That's very funny as well.
All right, we're going to go David Harbour. Yeah.
No, that I didn't expect that to go through. I thought, I've got to suggest it because he seems great for it, but I didn't think he'd get through. I thought maybe Mark Wahlberg, but no, David Harbour's great stuff.
I think that's a good shout. Yeah, like that. Right then, we're on to our cameo characters. All these figures of historical significance.
Let's do Bill's dad as well. Then we may as well while we're here.
I hadn't got Bill's dad on the list.
Oh, that was supposed to be on there. Well, have a think about that.
You know, be a really good dad for Bill. Steve Carell. Because apparently there's going to be a sequel to this, and she goes with the other dad instead.
Yes, swaps dads. Well, she starts off at the moment with it would be with Bill's dad, and then she goes to Ted's dad afterwards.
I mean, yeah, you're right. I've got it the wrong way around. Yeah, you're absolutely spot on.
If we'd had Gaten Mazzarano, I thought Will Ferrell as the dad. I thought he'd have been perfect for it. But with it being Timothée Chalamet, I've got an idea. Jason Lee from Mallrats. Yeah. And my name is Earl.
Yeah.
He could be a really nice sort of chill dad for him.
Okay, hang on. Jason Lee was in Mallrats. He's very much.
Mallrats. My name is Earl. Yeah. Alvin and the Chipmunks.
Is he?
No.
Brody Bruce is in basically all of the Kevin Smith films, really, from Mallrats.
He's in all the Askew
The Viewer's Universe.
Yeah.
Which, funny enough, ties in with my director choice.
Okay. Yeah. I get where you're going. Right. Yeah. Bill's dad, Jason Lee's bob on. Could do the comedy, that sort of phony authoritarianism, and then get.
Yeah, but he could also be cool on the side as well. Yeah.
Right then.
Are you noting these down?
Yeah, I've got them. Right then, we need a Joan of Arc.
I've got a perfect one here.
I think I have as well.
Which one are you going for?
So, well, we've got two, but my first is my favourite. She's looking for work, having recently left her job as Batwoman, Ruby Rose.
Yeah, she's got the fighting stuff down and everything. She'd be kind of cool for it.
And she needs some work.
She does indeed. Who's your second choice?
Winona Ryder.
Oh, lovely Winona Ryder.
Stranger Things again.
That's why you cast them, because they're bloody great. I once again went for somebody who's worked with my directing choice, somebody who speaks fluent French. One of her parents is French. And it's Lily Rose Depp. Her mom's Vanessa Paradis. Her dad's Johnny Depp.
Yeah.
I loved her in stuff that people probably didn't like Yoga Hosers. And she's gone on and really sort of started proving herself acting-wise. But for a small role like this, I think it could be really good for her.
Yeah.
Joan of Arc, she's supposed to be a young warrior fighter. She's only, I think Lily Rose Depp's 21.
Yeah.
You're only slightly older, really, than the Bill and Ted characters in here. She's a young girl warrior, basically, leading a fight for Christ. I thought, she does the perfect French thing. I've heard her speak in fluent French in Yoga Hosers, and spot on.
Okay. What's her name?
Lily Rose Depp.
You know what? I'm going to bow to your expertise on that one, mate. Because the next one, we think we've got a choice of two. So, Joan of Arc, Lily Rose Depp, we've gone for it.
Yeah.
Billy the Kid. You want somebody young, but, hip, happening. I'm going to shoehorn him in now. It's Tom Holland.
I'm very biased on this one.
And Abigail likes Tom Holland, so she wants to go.
I thought that you may have gone for Bill and Ted as Tom Holland and Harry Styles. That was what was in my head originally.
That's what Munter got. Yeah, that's what.
I thought, no, you can't have two British guys as Bill and Ted. It's got to be some people with American sort of Americanisms, at least. I don't mind it. he's a bit short for it, but I don't mind it. I went Harry Styles. I just thought, I was thinking the same sort of thing. Just someone who's a bit cool as well could be in there. Someone for the girls who enjoy once again.
The other option we had was
factor.
The other option we had was Ezra Miller. You know, the one who played Flash in Justice League. That was the other option we had as well. Yeah. We like Ezra Miller.
Yeah.
We thought he could do the cool, dark, but also, you know, fun bits as well.
See, Ezra Miller, I'd figure a little bit more geeky for it. I'd maybe gone someone a little more, maybe a Logan Lerman or something like that. Someone who's still in the sort of the 20s age range. Someone a little bit cool, but I'm not averse to Tom. So
right.
You've got one Tom in. I'm not averse to that.
So we're going. Billy the Kid is Tom Holland. He's just got to learn how to speak.
And he can do a really good American accent, as we all know.
He's got to learn to speak 1890s prospector speak. That'd be cool. Right then, Napoleon. We've gone for somebody who's not even French.
No, I've gone for someone who's not even French. A guy who's a short dictator, a tiny, tiny man. A great little role for a great little actor, as it were. Something. I'm going Warwick Davis. I think we can stick on a French accent and do this. I could see Warwick Davis as Napoleon.
Well, we went for something a little bit more serious. We went for somebody who's not French, but has done French in a comic role in the Muppet. Yeah. So we went for Ty Burrell, who plays the dad in Modern Family.
Yeah. I've seen you've mentioned him before for other roles. The dark-haired guy. How tall is he?
He's about 6 foot. And you're right, Napoleon's meant to be a short.
He's famously a historical short horse.
We would have to be cute with the editing, but he is an amazing.
You have to do like a Toulouse-Lautrec where you get down on his knees and you stick the shoes on the knees. Yeah.
He'd be great.
Which may be a little bit insulting. Who knows?
I can imagine him.
I think your other choice, you know it straight away. Game of Thrones.
Who? Oh, yeah. No, see, they're too short. Peter Dinklage and Warwick Davis.
No, but he's a famously short man. Play on it. Either that or you go Tom Cruise.
Yeah, 5 foot nothing. Tom Cruise
would be hilarious to cast in it, but that would rely on Tom Cruise having the sense of humour about his own height.
Yeah, and he doesn't. And the fact that he would be one of the biggest stars in the world with quite a small cameo role in a.
Yeah, but he's done it on Tropical Thunder.
Yeah.
With the fat hands and everything.
Yeah.
I think if you got him to actually have a sense of humour about it and do it, I think he'd be great doing it. But I think you've got to cast someone. He's famously short. That's his whole thing. He was he was the original chip on his shoulder about being short guy.
Yeah, I know. I think Warwick Davis and Peter Dinklage would be a bit too silly.
This is a comedy film.
I know.
I think you can get away with pretty silly in a comedy film.
All right. Okay. I'm going to bow to your...
I think if you're going on the acting, I think Dinklage would be your man on here.
All right. Let's do that then.
You know the one who's the giant in Infinity War?
Yeah.
Him, yeah.
He is a great actor.
He is.
Put his height to one side. He's just a great actor, full stop. Everything you ever see him in, he's fantastic.
So the next role is Socrates. Now, I haven't got anybody that's old and Greek, but I've gone for somebody who's slightly fat and people would dislike and people would laugh at him rather than with him. So I've gone for James Corden.
Not bad. I went for a couple of Greek guys. I went for, people of Greek origin anyway. I thought, hold on, who's big, bald Greek? Billy Zane of Titanic.
Okay.
Throw him in there. He's normally got a sense of humour. He kicked off in Back to the Future as like a background extra, really one of the gang. I thought, I think he could have a sense of humour about himself and do it. I thought maybe as well Zach Galifianakis from...
That's amazing.
What the hell is it? I thought he's another one of Greek born in Greece. I thought, he's another one who could really be interesting for that. Otherwise, you look at the Horrible Histories crew, really, and pick somebody from that.
Nah,
Yeah.
mate, I'm sorry.
The horrible history is not the current one.
Yeah, sorry you've got it. Zach Galifianakis is amazing. I'll show you, Abigail. This is who we're talking about. So he was in The Hangover.
The Hangover. He's the main funny guy from The Hangovers.
He's fantastic. He is a perfect Socrates.
Oh yeah.
Between two palms.
Yeah,
Between
he's
two
perfect.
palms is always funny.
Yeah, bob on, mate. Which leads us then. So I'll put him down. Yeah, he's got it. Done. Which leads us then into martial arts expert Genghis Khan. I had two choices.
Well, I've gone for a fighter rather than a martial arts expert.
Who have you gone for?
I've gone for somebody who's, funny enough, he was one of my outside choices for Socrates. His parents were, one was Greek, one's Filipino. It's Dave Bautista.
Yeah.
I just think he just look impressive as hell. Maybe he's not Oriental enough for some people because he's not a Mongol. But, you know, he's half Filipino, half Greek. And he's a huge, huge fighting warrior guy.
I went straight into the martial arts. I went Jet Li. I just thought, yeah, he'd be perfect for it.
He'd be fantastic, but he is rather short and pretty old now.
He's 50 in his...
How is he with his health? How is he with his health? Because I think he had to pack up a lot of stuff.
Yeah. And the other option I went for was Adam Beach, who was Deathstroke.
Nice. My other option was Daniel Day-Kim.
Yeah.
The guy who was recently in the Hellboy reboot that they've done recently. Playing. I think he's about 50. He's in Always Be My Maybe as well. I think was it and Lost back in the day he was in. He's in Lost. He's done a lot of stuff. He's a guy. He'd be interesting just seeing him in Hellboy. He does a very English accent, and I just kind of enjoy him just switching up and doing Genghis Khan, even though he's like, I think sort of Oriental American. I think it'd just be interesting in him playing Genghis Khan, but just doing it with a very English accent, just to amuse me.
I do like...
Batista might be a man.
Yeah, I do like Dave. Well, I love Dave Bautista anyway, but I think he'd be good in the fact that I can imagine going in and throwing cops around in a mall and stuff like that.
And his comedy timing, as you've seen really with the Guardians of the Galaxy, his comedy timing is surprisingly good. It really is. He can say very little and just be hilarious. I've just got a feeling he might be spot on for it.
Cool. Right. Nailed it. Yeah. Next one.
Well, hey!
Next one. We need a German composer. So somebody who can come in, nice little... Nice little cameo role for a German-speaking man. So I always...
Somebody you could act like they're German. I'd take it anybody, really. I mean, one of Kraftwerk might be hilarious.
So...
if Falco was still alive, he'd be perfect for the role.
So I went less musical, more German for the authenticity, and I went straight in with Christoph Waltz. I went straight in with Christoph Waltz. So,
Christoph Waltz, yeah, wohl, mein Herr. I just love him anyway. He's an excellent actor. He could switch his things. I think he'd be very good. I would also like. I also liked him for Sigmund Freud.
Yeah.
I was very keen on him for the Sigmund Freud character. I was thinking maybe someone a bit younger, maybe for Beethoven. I had not Beethoven off here, but I'm going flying by the seat of my pants here. Who would be a German, yeah.
Your other option would be a Michael Fassbender, wouldn't it?
Michael Fassbender does, well, because of his parentage, German and Northern Irish. He'd be perfect again. I'd go Fassbender for that, I think.
What, for Beethoven?
If or even more rock and roll, I'd love to give it to an actual musician, but I can't think of a German musician off the top of my head.
Right, I'm happy with Michael Fassbender. Great. I think he'd be really. Cool. I think he could look the part and he'd do quite a good job in terms of comedy of it.
It's for him again. I think it might be a bit of fun because he's a big actor. He's used to carrying big roles, big franchises, doing heaviness. This something for him that's just a bit of fun. The weight isn't all on his shoulders, and he can just do the comedy role. I think this would be a bit of fun for him.
Right then, Abraham Lincoln.
Well, straight away, you've got to go Daniel Day-Lewis coming out of retirement just to do it.
Daniel Day-Lewis. Can you imagine Daniel Day-Lewis going, "Party on, dudes"?
That's what I'm thinking straight away. Coming out of retirement just to do this. He's retired, he stopped acting, but coming out just to do one Abraham Lincoln impersonation. Just for a bit, just to tick off on it, just to tick off really. Against all the stuff that he's done, I can't think of him ever really doing a comedy. And for him to do a teen comedy, just to come out of retirement, just to do a teen comedy, just to check it off his list.
Yeah, because, I mean, it would be so out of his comfort zone, wouldn't it?
Oh, completely, totally, utterly.
Read the script. He tries to be as serious as possible all the way through it until that last line.
See, I mean, really, you'd look for an Abe Lincoln impersonator, really, who could just switch it up a bit. But if you just went for your wish list of anybody, I mean, he'd be great. He recently made it the role famously his again.
Yeah.
And it'd be fantastic. It'd just be something nice to check off on his bucket list that he just comes back and just does a comedy where he doesn't even have to bury himself in it. He's used to the role. Come in, do it, have a laugh with it.
That's better than ours. So, yeah, we'd gone Donald Sutherland because we just wanted old man with a beard. But then we went comedy and went Will Ferrell. But I was also thinking John C. Reilly was an option as well. But Daniel Day-Lewis is perfect. And
Ferrell would have been my second choice, I've got to admit. Yeah. If you could get Daniel Day-Lewis to come out of retirement and do it, that would be my number one choice. If he wouldn't do it, I'd go back to Will Ferrell and offer him the gig.
I think Daniel Day-Lewis is perfect. So, yeah, decision made.
Saucy.
Sigmund Freud. So we wanted somebody who was... And I love this choice. This was Abigail, and it was perfect. Yeah. So we wanted somebody who could talk to people about inappropriate things and not realise it. So we've gone Neil Patrick Harris. Because we love Neil Patrick Harris.
No, that's it. I've been thinking Christopher Waltz, but for a comedy, Neil Patrick Harris. Sorry, funny enough, last night I watched Craig Ferguson interviewing him for like 16 times or something, and just he's hilarious. He's brilliant.
Yeah.
For the role that he does as Barney and everything, when you consider what he's like in real life, it's just that guy is a hell of an actor as well.
Yeah.
Hell of an actor. I love there's nothing I see him in that I don't love him in. So Neil Patrick Harris, MPH. I'm happy as hell with that. I think he'd be hilarious just all the time. Are you sure it's not your mother? Yeah. Tell me about your mother. Yeah.
I just think he'd be brilliant. That was Abigail's choice. We love him. We love him.
That's fantastic. I love that.
Okay. That's nailed.
You love that. That's great.
We've got a cracking cast so far. Right, here we go. Mr. Ryan, the teacher. So small role.
To do Mr. or Mrs. Ryan, really, because you've only got about, four? You've got 4 female roles. You could possibly extend it out to a Mrs. Ryan if you wanted to, if that gives you anybody extra.
Nah, because this was another one of Abigail's where I saw it and thought, yeah, she's got this right. So we need somebody who we're used to seeing larger than life on the screen, but could they play a fairly authoritative teacher, but could look good in a suit? And when she said this, I went, yeah, that's great, because actually looks a little bit scruffy. Got the look of a high school teacher. Mark Ruffalo, what a great choice.
Mark Ruffalo does look like a teacher. You can't deny it. He does have that look now. I mean, yeah, I watched that film with him and Keira Knightley again the other day, which I really enjoy. I probably shouldn't. I know the director is not that keen on it, but I really enjoy it. I love musical films anyway. But yeah, he's great. He's fantastic in there. I went a different way. I went someone, once again, that my choice of director had worked with. Somebody who could be friendly, then turn around and be rather acerbic and throw down on people. I went Chris Rock.
Yeah, Chris Rock would be a good shout as well.
Just, I'm not averse to either of them. I can very much see Mark Ruffalo as the teacher sort of role. You may.
Okay. I do like Chris Rock though, and because it's a comedy film, a bit like Bill Murray with Rufus, you can imagine that he'll carry that.
Oh God, yeah, you can expand on that role and give it a bit more meat than is currently there.
Yeah, I do like Mark Ruffalo, but I like Chris Rock better. Brilliant. And then the next two, the princesses, were a little bit. They were tough as well.
Yeah, because you've got to go with the same sort of aging. You're talking somewhere around sort of 16 to 20 then to match him with the two 17 to 18-year-old guys. So you're looking at two for that. I've got to admit, do you want me to give you my roles for those straight away?
Yeah, go on.
Right, I went for Princess Joanna. I went for Millie Bobby Brown, once again, of Stranger Things. 16 years old. It's like, you can't ignore it, really, can you? And she's already got a great chemistry with Finn Wolfhard.
Yeah.
You could expand on that. And then for Princess Elizabeth, funny enough, I went for I think it's Sophia Lillis from It, who once again has got experience working with Finn Wolfhard, and she's 18, I think it is. So there's like two: Millie Bobby Brown, 16, Sophia Lillis, 18. She's done Netflix show recently as well. I'm Not Okay With This. That was showing a bit more range for her in there as well. But those were my two choices for that. I thought after that, you're going on, if we'd gone for older ones, I thought Haley Seinfeld would have been a great choice. Yeah. I thought Chloe Grace Moretz would have been great as well, but they're both 23, 24.
Chloe Grace Moretz, I was surprised how old she was, because haven't they got these princesses from Britain as well? So they sort of need to be English.
Well, or at least able to ape the English accent, as we're not averse to casting people who are not from where they're playing from. Millie Bobby Brown is English. That's okay.
Yeah.
That Sophia Lillis, I'm pretty sure, could do the accent. She seems like a good actress, but so I've only seen her in two things, and it's It and I'm Not Okay With This. But who have you guys got?
So I'll give you our options for both Joanna and Elizabeth, right? So Chloe Grace Moretz was one. Is it Saoirse Ronan was another one?
Saoirse Ronan. Now, she is older, isn't she?
Yeah. I think
was one of mine.
I think all these are just older, but they don't look older.
Mine, I thought her because she's worked with like Timothy Chalamet in a film. They look like a similar age.
Yeah. No, and I've seen them interviewed together as well, and they do play nicely off each other. They seem to have a nice sense of humour thing off each other. I know she's older, but I like Saoirse Ronan for her playing opposite Timothy Chalamet. I do like the chemistry of the pair. I think you've got to go Millie Bobby Brown, Finn Wolfhard, and Timothy Chalamet, Saoirse Ronan.
Yeah.
I think there's the chemistry there with them.
So the other option I went as well, so that we don't go entirely Stranger Things, was Jessica.
Well, I'm not worried about that.
Jessica Barden, which is she was in End of the Effing World on Channel 4.
Oh yeah.
I thought she'd be British, young enough. She's about 23, but she looks young enough that she wouldn't look averse with somebody like Timothy Chalamet or Finn Wolfhard.
Yeah, I just think for chemistry-wise, I think you're talking Timothy Chalamet, Saoirse Ronan. I think you're talking Finn Wolfhard, Millie Bobby Brown.
Yeah.
Right.
I think they've both got good chemistry with each other, having worked together in that previously. Especially as you haven't really got the chemistry between Finn and Timothy, so you want some chemistry in there somewhere else.
Right then.
I know they're small roles originally in the script, but maybe we could expand on that, especially in the second one.
Yeah.
So I think there will be a second.
So it literally is Stranger Things does Bill and Ted.
Well,
Munt would be going mad there, wouldn't he?
A surprising number of people who've worked with Kevin Smith as well in there.
Well, yeah, and I love Kevin Smith as the director for this.
Well, it was one of those things. I had the thought, I got my original ideas for Bill and Ted, and okay, one hasn't played out, but the Ted sort of idea. And then at the same time, I had the idea for who the director could be. And that's why I started thinking of the fathers and things like that, and thinking, oh, different stuff. And Lily Rose Depp, having worked with him previously, and just seeing stuff like Yoga Hosers, it gets slagged off majorly, but you can see how directing that sort of thing, going then and working on somebody else's script, but doing that sort of movie again with the teenager star sort of thing in, it could work really well for Kevin Smith. I know he likes to do his own stuff normally. His own stuff is only successful to a certain degree. This could maybe be a nice break, a nice big earner, really.
Yeah. Okay. Kevin Smith.
You got anybody?
No. I the only ones I was thinking of was the usual suspects who seem to be doing everything. So I thought
that my other idea was James Gunn for it. Simply, yeah. I think once again, I think he'd do a nice line in the comedy, and he's done normally a line in horror films, but when you see him doing Guardians of the Galaxy, he's got a real comedy timing. You see some of his stuff, and it's got a real comedy timing to it. But I just thought this could really have Kevin Smith's name written all over it.
Yeah, I think you'd do a great job. Yeah, I'm really happy with Kevin Smith. Yeah, I think he's fantastic. Great choice.
Holy cow. And for the band, for the music, what were you thinking?
I was thinking for the music, we'd choose somebody like The Darkness to kick off the...
a rock band as well, that they can really be doing these sort of...
Yeah.
Especially you can see that they're Van Halen fans and all that in the early script. Now, I can see The Darkness music really would be in a work here. And wouldn't it be hilarious as well, when you've got Rufus playing guitar, or, you know, even 8 for 1 or Bill or Ted, but Rufus especially, and just have Justin Hawkins playing the guitar, doing his hands instead.
Yeah, it'd be amazing. Instead of Bill Murray. Yeah. Okay, we have...
You take out Bill Murray's old hands and you put in Justin Hawkins, and just make it really obvious that it's changed. If you could have one tanned and one pasty white, that would be even more hilarious to me.
So, I believe we have a cast for Bill and Ted.
Yeah, I'm surprised. We've ripped through that.
We have Ted Theodore Logan. We have Timothy Chalamet.
Yeah, you only gave us... Did you give all of Monty's suggestions?
Yeah, he only had 3.
The lazy sod. See, he was the one who was... Me and him both had the idea, Matt Berry for Rufus.
Yeah. No, he got Matt Berry for Rufus, but yeah. I love Bill Murray.
Bill Murray. It is. It's great. It's not one that I'd even thought of, and he's just... Yeah, he'd be perfect for it.
So, Timothy Chalamet is Ted Theodore Logan. Finn Wolfhard is Bill S. Preston, Esquire. We have Rufus is the wonderful, the marvellous Bill Murray. Death is Stephen Merchant, which is just wonderful. Missy is Lily James. Captain Logan is David Harbour. Bill S. Preston Esquire's dad is Jason Lee. Joan of Arc is Lily Rose Depp. Billy the Kid is Tom Holland. Doing. Napoleon is...
Oh, look at you. So happy as a pair there for that. So happy.
Peter Dinklage. Socrates is Zach Galifianakis. Genghis Khan is Dave Bautista. Beethoven is Michael Fassbender. Abraham Lincoln is Daniel Day-Lewis. It's amazing. Sigmund Freud is the NPH. It's Neil Patrick Harris. Mr. Ryan is Chris Rock. Princess Joanna is Saoirse Ronan. Princess Elizabeth is Millie Bobby Brown, because it's all Stranger Things. The movie, we're going to ask Kevin Smith to direct it, and I'm sure his mate Jason Mewes will have a cameo somewhere as well.
Yeah, now you have to look at who could you have in there, really. I mean, he could be hilarious, really, as anyone throughout time. You just pull him in there, it'd just be hilarious.
And music by the wonderful The Darkness. I think this is a kick-ass film, mate. Well done.
I believe in Bill and Ted.
Oh, The Darkness is just good at the music for all the films.
Things are afoot at the Circle K, my friends. Strange things are afoot.
That is an amazing cast. It's a bit Stranger Things heavy, but it's an amazing cast.
Well, it's got 3 from Stranger Things.
Yeah.
3?
Yeah, it's only
3.
Finn Wolfhard, isn't he?
Finn Wolfhard.
Yeah.
Bobby Brown.
David Harbour and Millie Bobby Brown.
Oh yeah, all right then. Maybe not.
That's all you've got, 3.
All right then. Maybe it's not as heavy as I thought. Then I'll forgive that for that. So yeah, that is a cast.
And it's giving Timothy Chalamet his first comedy role.
Yeah.
That is a cast. Thank you, Abigail, for your help.
Yeah, thank you very much for stepping in when others couldn't. Thank you very much.
And Martin, it's nice to do a Castaway where we agree quite quickly.
Yeah, it's been strange. What's this clocking in at?
Well, it's got to be under 40 minutes. I haven't had the break, so
I thought we'd have to add more people in. I thought normally there's a lot of arguing between each choice. We've managed to throw this wide open to what about like 17 cast members or something like that.
Yeah.
And then throw it open to 17 cast members and agree on it quite quickly. When I thought we'd be arguing the hell out of it with 4 of us.
Yeah. No, I'm really pleased with that. I think it's a great cast.
I'm pretty pleased too with it. I don't think it's bad at all.
Yeah.
I thought it was tough. It's tough, really, the idea of picking the correct Bill and Ted in there first. You know, that's your tough choice.
But yeah,
I think we've kind of picked a pair of Teds, really, rather than a Bill and Ted.
Yeah.
But
not that
they're good enough actors, really. You know, it's just switch it out, and whether one of them would have to have blonded out hair or something just to make them a bit different.
No, fantastic.
I think both of them are Ted.
Yeah.
No, brilliant. So, thank you, Woody. Much appreciated. Thank you, Abigail. I'm thinking about.
Well, thank you very much, Dave, for hosting again. Thank you very much, Abigail, for filling in. You've been brilliant.
Right then, we will stop this one now. Say bye-bye, everybody.
Bye!